Excuse me, Mr. Feige. Mr. Feige, please save us. What up, family? It's your boy Amaru back with another review, and this time I'm reviewing X-Men Dark Phoenix, the follow-up to the debacle that was X-Men Apocalypse in 2017. Here, they are doing another rehash of the Dark Phoenix saga where Jean Grey goes full-blown, most powerful mutant in the universe, as well as the most dangerous. It's basically a rehash of X3 The Last Stand, which wasn't great. And this one didn't really start off that great. It was supposed to come out in November of 2018, but then it got pushed back to Valentine's Day, and they came out with a trailer for it, and then a day after the trailer, they pushed it again to June 7th. And whether this was because they didn't feel like they had a good movie, or they wanted to get away from Apocalypse, or the Fox-Disney merger that was looming over their head, after seeing the movie, I could definitely say that after pushing it back for the third time, they said, F it.
It's above me now.
You could tell the studio just wanted to put something out and be done with it. The Dark Phoenix saga is one of the best and richest storylines from the 90s X-Men animated series, the best animated series of all time. But they gave this movie an hour-and-a-half runtime, and that's nowhere near long enough to tread the depth that the storyline brings. So everything was really rushed, and you didn't give a damn about characters you've known for almost 20 years. I don't know who cared less, me in the theater or Jennifer Lawrence playing Mystique. Cause shit did she phone that in. Spoiler, but not really because they showed it in the trailer. But if you really don't want to hear something, go away in 3, 2, 1. Mystique dies, and Jean killed her. And when it happened in the theater,
are we ready? I guess not.
Crickets. Nobody in the audience cared. And they had the audacity to try to make you feel it a little more by alluding it to Logan's death in Logan.
Boy, if you don't get...
Nobody gave a damn because Jennifer Lawrence didn't give a damn, and everybody could tell. Usually in movies that are decent, not horrible, but not really good, there's a thin storyline that's carried by great performances. But in Dark Phoenix, it's the opposite, which is weird because this cast is stacked. This is the first time I did not like an interpretation of Professor X at all in any medium. And James McAvoy didn't help the process. Professor X is not stupid. And in this one, he makes stupid decisions. It was just a waste. Speaking of waste, they did nothing with Evan Peters, the best part of this last X-Men trilogy, and they gave him even less than they did in Apocalypse. How you gonna take out your best part in 5 minutes? Jessica Chastain was wooden as hell, had no connection to the Dark Phoenix storyline, no depth to her character, a just straightforward, by-the-book villain that comes from nowhere. I just didn't get, they gave her nothing. Young actors like Alexandra Shipp and Ty Sheridan did what they could with a sideline, Cyclops, and Storm. And Nicholas Hoult, great actor, could have been Batman. Gave me a beast I've never seen before. Throughout the entire film, people and characters were changing their mind within 5 minutes of each other, and it was maddening. Yay, mutants. Boo, mutants. I'm gonna kill her. Let's try to save her. I can't control this. Oh, I have a hold on it. This movie was so short that characters had full trilogy arcs in one movie, and it did not work. The only part that worked were the foundations of the great Dark Phoenix saga we saw in the cartoon, and that was brought up by Sophie Turner's Jean Grey and her interactions with Michael Fassbender. Fassbender? Fassbender? What? Probably the greatest Magneto we've gotten, even though there's only 2. But if you beat Ian McKellen at something, that's saying a lot. When Jean Grey goes full dark and Magneto sees this and says, nah fam, you gotta go, that's when the story really starts to delve into what has been failed at twice now. The Dark Phoenix saga needs to be done right. And now it might be too late because of these two... Man, I'm just mad. Feige, where you at, fam? There's so much you can bite into this story that you get bits and pieces of throughout the film until the flip-flopping character motivations kill whatever momentum they were building up. At least, what I can say, this is better than The Last Stand, which isn't saying much. The action scenes were great, especially the third act. And there was this one scene with my favorite X-Men, Nightcrawler, that brought me back to the opening scene of X2, and I was so happy. It's my boy!
You're my boy, Blue!
Kurt Wagner went in. And of course, Michael Fassbender as Magneto. He is Magneto. Even if he does age like 20 years in a short period of time because of this convoluted ass timeline. But it's mistakes like these that have kind of killed the last 2 or 3 entries into the X-Men franchise since Days of Future Past. This movie wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. And there was a lot of wasteful energy that went into trying to wrap everything up because Feige and the MCU were about to take over, and it fell flat. With that, I'm giving X-Men Dark Phoenix 6 out of 10. Man, that was such a great movie. If you haven't seen it or you haven't seen it in a while, go see X2. Just remember how good this franchise could be. Alright, family, that was my review. Hit me up in the comment section below. Tell me where you rank Dark Phoenix amongst all the X-Men films. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to see when I'm posting new things. As always, written review is in the link below. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.